It's that time again. Friday? What time is it? Grab Ass Fridays. Today's Grab Ass Friday goes out to Everett Bogue, who's the author of The Art of Being Minimalist, artofbeingminimalist.com, or at EVBOGUE on Twitter. But before we get into that, just a second. Serbian shirt. Only unity saves the Serbs. Everett puts across this really interesting philosophy about minimalism where he talks about things like getting by with less, not responding to emails like a maniac, not necessarily needing to be in competition with your peers to accumulate stuff, not needing cars, not needing houses, not needing thousands of clothes and thousands of encumbrances, pieces of technology, gadgets and other tchotchkes. What he basically talks about is just getting by in a fat-free, lean lifestyle. Myself and some of my peers online, we've been trying to bring this into our lives for the course of the past few years. Not because we have to, but because we want to. We don't want to be weighed down by stuff and the need to acquire stuff, mental stuff, physical stuff. It's kind of a very zen lifestyle. Bogue doesn't really come out with these things in an original way. I mean, in his ebook, which is called, of course, The Art of Being Minimalist, he regurgitates, or he sort of plucks willy-nilly from the interwebs, from Seth Godin. He puts some stuff in from Leo Balbutan there, some stuff from the Dalai Lama, and some things that he himself experienced in choosing to live a minimalist lifestyle. The story on Bogue is that he basically decided, after working a really high-pressure Manhattan-style job, I think he was a photo editor for a magazine there, he decided that with $3,000 he was going to hop on a plane to Oregon and he was just going to basically live with 100 pieces of personal items out of a backpack for the course of a year, and to see that if he could survive. So he left everything behind, his girlfriend, his family, his friends, whatever, and all of his ties, and he decided that he was going to be a minimalist, and he succeeded. In fact, he makes most of his income, if not all of his income, from his online activities. The theory that Bogue puts across is through the power of the internet today, everybody is capable of living a minimalist lifestyle, getting by, and in fact thriving as a minimalist, making profitable income. Talks about things like having high-impact work, high-impact hours, not devoting so many hours to work, not necessarily needing to be at the office for 9 hours, getting by within 5 hours, managing his email. Very simple, intuitive things. Again, not rocket science. Just the very fact that he has organized it into a series of points and laid it out for his readership and his audience, telling them that it's not impossible, that most people fear actually implementing a minimalist lifestyle because they're worried about what's going to happen to them, because they've been indoctrinated into thinking that they need to have the high-powered job and the prestige and the business card and the Perquisites and everything. They need to have all of that stuff. Otherwise, their friends and their family are basically going to brand them as being losers. And Bogue really puts across this really powerful agenda in the course of his 70-page ebook. Again, I have no affiliation whatsoever with Everett Bogue, full disclosure. I'm just a big fan of his work. And through Bogue's work, I've managed to come across a number of other links of people that he knows in his downline, in his team, and people that are following him, which he gets interviewed by these other people regularly. I've kind of come across this minimalist community and really sunk my teeth into that. And for that, Everett Bogue deserves the grab ass on Friday, and thank you so much, Everett, for being there. And you have a great blog. It's called Far Beyond the Stars. It comes out 3 times a week, which again reinforces a lot of the minimalist lessons, but there's some novelty in there, a little bit more timely. The ebook, of course, within a few months is probably going to go out of style, certain portions of it. But just think about it. Do you need all that shit? Do you need to upgrade your phone every 4 months? Doesn't your old phone do the job? Doesn't it SMS the same way? And whatever else you do with your phone, using it for calls and stuff? Do you really need new technology? Do you really need to upgrade to the latest, greatest? Do you need to travel as often as you do, if it's not for business? Do you need to have all of those clothes? Most of the time, it's not necessary. So, Art of Being Minimalist, Everett Bogue. Thanks for the weekend shout out, and I'll see you after the weekend, everybody. Enjoy the heat and do whatever I would do. And you know what that means. Take care.